What's going on, boys? So today's video, I'm going to be going over a traditional pomade 101. Let's get into it. So let's get into this, man. So traditional pomades. We're going to be focusing solely on traditional pomades in this video. I'm not going to be going over water-based pomades. I'm going to do a separate video for that, just because I think there are so many different details to each that they each deserve their own video. Also, stick around to the end of the video, guys. I have a very important announcement to make and also something I am very excited to show you, so stick around. Now, this is what basically got me started on YouTube, guys, is the love of a traditional classic pomade. This is where my roots are. This is what started it all for me, guys. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, which you should if you're following me, what is a traditional pomade, guys? Something like black and white. This is what I'm talking about. Something like black and white. We're thinking about the good old reliable Lockhart's, you know, some old school High Life Addicted to Pomade tin. If you guys were a follower of me back in the day, you will know exactly what I'm talking about with this guy right here. Let's see if I can get this to focus for you. Bam. ATP. Leave a comment down below, guys, if you remember exactly what I'm talking about. What is a traditional pomade, guys? So I know a lot of you guys on here know what I'm talking about. That's why you guys have followed me in the first place. But for the newcomers here who are not too familiar with this stuff, we're gonna run it down. So I'm talking stuff like Murray's, guys, Tres Flores, you got your old school shit like black and white, Royal Crown, old school, or the old reliable. I like Lockhart's. I think it's very reliable. Lucky Tiger, things like that. I mean, the list goes on, guys. There's so many classic pomades. What is it exactly? Basically, it's just a styling aid, guys. Something that you can use in your hair. They have been around for a very, very long time. Actually, since the 18th century, guys. So long time. Back then it was used as more of an ointment for anything, you know, something that was made up of mashed apples and a lot of times animal fats. And then further on down the line, you know, we started adding lanolin and beeswax and you know, petroleum, stuff like that, and started using it as a hair aid. This stuff dates back to a very long time, man. It got really popular in the 1920s to the 1950s, which is exactly why I was drawn to it, because I was so into 1950s 1920s, 30s, you know, men's grooming and just the way men dressed and presented themselves back then. So that was just a brief history on where pomade started, guys. So old school stuff, been around for a very long time. My humble opinion, I think that a traditional pomade, oil-based pomade, is the most versatile hair product for men. So what a traditional pomade is going to be best suited towards, guys, is going to be all the old school men's hairstyles. I'm talking pompadours, side parts, flat tops, crew cut. So all the old school styles, guys. So think, you know, Johnny Cash, Elvis, you know, big pompadours, nice high shine, you know, just the classic men's haircuts and hairstyles. So the reason why I believe that this is the most versatile hair grooming product for a man is because it's not just good for like the classic men's hairstyles, all right? So that's what it is really great for, probably number one thing. But it's also great for textured hairstyles. It's great for long hair, short hair, any hair length. It's good to achieve basically any kind of style except for a very dry matte finish. It's very good for those other textured styles, okay? So really good for if you're having a high textured look, but you want a little bit of shine to it, something more natural shine to it. High textured styles. I use pomade in my hair every day, guys. I will go over that in a separate video, but I do use pomade every day, as you guys can see. I got it nice and slicked up and pulled back right now, but really good for long hair like mine, guys. I mean, my hair is pretty long. And what I love about traditional pomades and most, guys, is the fact that there's a pomade out there for everybody, guys. There are pomades that are suited toward different hair textures and also different hair lengths. This is where it all started from, guys. So you know, you got your light hold, your medium hold, and your heavy holds. Okay, I'm gonna go over each one individually to let you guys know what it is best suited for. Light hold pomades. The best thing that a light hold is used for is for fine hair, or if you're looking to have something that is just going to really define the hair, but also keep it very, very minimal. So when I say minimal, I mean where it is very pliable throughout the day. It still moves around. You can still recomb it very easily throughout the day. And also, usually light holds tend to have the highest shine. That is due to the fact that they have the most oils in them. Also good for very loose casual styles, guys. And another thing I think a light hold is the best for is long hair, guys. I prefer a light hold, especially for the conditioning properties of the pomade, which I will go over here in a minute. I like a light hold for that, and I like having a higher shine in my hair. So I prefer a light hold, especially because it's also the easiest one to use out of all these three. So a good example of a light hold pomade, guys, is old school Murray's Super Light. Okay, let's see if I can get this focus for you. So Murray's Super Light, guys, very, very light hold pomade. Awesome, great pomade, old school shit. This stuff's been around since the 1920s. You can see how it's very light and it's also very high shine. There's a high sheen to it. There are different ones on the market though, depending on the formula. You're gonna get different effects as far as the shine and the hold on them. But a good example is Murray's Super Light. All right, next up is going to be your medium holds, guys. So what medium holds are going to be great for and the best for is short to medium length hair. So what's going to define a medium hold, guys, is basically the ratio of your wax and your petroleum and your oils, depending on the ingredients of the pomade. So this one's going to have a little bit more hold than the light hold again, but also it's going to have a little bit less shine. What it's also great for, guys, is going to be this is where it's going to be great for textured styles and any like slicked up styles that require a good amount of hold. You can't use it in fine hair, and it's going to be really good and very thick hair. This is going to be the stuff that is really good for all the old school classic stuff. I mean, so is the light hold depending on your hair type, but medium holds I think are going to be the bread and butter of in between a light and a heavy hold, because this is where you can get really versatile with the product. Again, textured looks, long hair, or short spiky looks. Any loose hairstyle you can obtain with a medium hold. Really good again for like the pompadour, slick back, stuff like that. So medium holds are going to be probably the best suited for everybody. So a good example, guys, of a medium hold is going to be one of the old reliables here. One of the most reliable medium holds I would say out there is going to be Lockhart's Authentic, guys, medium hold. Open this stuff up, guys. As you guys can see, compared to the Murray Super Light, nowhere near as shiny as that stuff. The texture of this is going to be a lot harder. If I did this to that Murray Super Light, my finger would have just went into it with no problem. But this stuff has some hardness to it because there's more wax and stuff like that in this. So you're going to get a lot more hold with a lot less shine in a medium hold. So last but not least, guys, are going to be your heavy holds. Now what a heavy hold is going to be very, very good for are hairstyles that require a lot of hold and a lot of height. So this is what I'm talking about. You see the guys with those big pompadours, a lot of volume in them. A heavy hold is going to be really good for that. So when you need the most maximum control, heavy holds are going to be there for you. Great and very thick hair. I would not recommend using a heavy hold if you have fine or thinning hair, guys. This stuff is going to be a nightmare for you if you have fine or thin hair. So a good example of a heavy hold, in my opinion, guys, is going to be one of my all-time favorites, and that is going to be Dax Wave and Groom, okay? So this stuff has been around for a long time. This was the old reliable for me back in the day, man, when I was styling a pompadour and everything. So great heavy hold. If I open this stuff up, you guys can see, depending on, again, the ingredients, this one is going to be a lot harder in texture and viscosity. And also it's going to be the hardest to work with, guys. So this stuff's going to be very thick and viscous. It's going to be a little bit harder to break down and stuff like that. So this stuff is for the guys who are really wanting a lot of control, and also best for shorter hair, guys. I would not, again, recommend this in finer hair and even long hair, guys. This stuff's going to be primarily for the shorter hair, and also guys who want that old school pompadour as high as they can get it kind of style, guys. So a good example is Dax Wave and Groom. Another good thing about traditional pomades, guys, is the fact that they are very pliable throughout the day. They do not harden up in the hair at all, and they remain very easy to run your fingers through and your comb through. That's what makes them great, is the fact that you can just recomb them, and you know, if your hair gets messed up, you can just, you know, carry the pocket comb, which is what they did in the 50s, man. That's why they did that, because they were able to actually recomb their hair. Also, a little of this stuff goes a long way, guys. So when I use it in my hair, obviously I don't style a pompadour or nothing like that, which you can use a lot of pomade for. I use the smallest minute amount, guys, and it brings life back to my hair, tames down the frizz. And also another benefit of pomade, usually, depending again on the ingredients and stuff and who makes it, is there are a lot of health properties when it comes to a pomade. Probably the best out of all men's hair like products for styling. And that is because a lot of them are formulated with some type of oil, whether it's castor oil, grapeseed, olive oil, like all those healthy oils, coconut oil a lot of times is an ingredient in this. Also, depending on your view on it, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but like lanolin and stuff like that, you know, which is very shown to be very hydrating to skin and hair. Also petroleum, guys. There's petroleum a lot of times in this stuff. So very good at protecting the skin and you know, giving you a softer appearance on your hands and also in your hair, guys. Plus, a lot of them have a wax, beeswax usually, which has shown to be very beneficial to protecting the skin. So even if you are not using a pomade to style your hair, I think it would be a very good idea to keep one around just for the health benefits, man. Now, I know a lot of these products probably turn away a few people because maybe they're like, oh, I want something all natural. That's fine. There are pomades out there that are traditional, but they are also, you know, they still have oils and stuff in that are really good for your hair. So there are natural pomades, traditional pomades out there, guys, without petroleum and lanolin in them and things like that. I like a traditional that has, you know, all the other stuff in it. I don't really mind that, but if you're going to keep one around, I would say keep one around even just for the health benefits. Find one that has some good stuff in it and even use just a little bit and put it in your hair, you know, like 2 times a week, and I'm telling you, your hair will be a lot softer. Now, there is one downfall to traditional pomades, guys. The one Achilles heel of this pomade, and that is the fact that it does not wash out easily, okay? So because of the fact that there's beeswax, oils, lanolin, as you know, if you've tried it, you cannot mix oil and water together, okay? It doesn't work. So with that being said, when you put this stuff in, it does not wash out easily, which is a double-edged sword, guys. So it depends on your opinion on it or your look on it. Me personally, I like that because that means I only have to apply it once or twice a week. Especially if you're trying to maintain a, you know, like a pompadour or something like that. You do not have to apply a pomade every day. I know a lot of guys do because they like to, but you don't have to, which is awesome. And also what it does to your hair is it actually gives you a lot of control throughout the week, I find. When you have a little bit of a buildup of the pomade in your hair, it actually makes it so much easier to work with throughout the day and throughout the week. But on the other hand of that, I can see why a lot of people do not, because they like to wash out their hair. They like to have clean hair, nothing in it. So I can see the appeal behind that. So that is the one Achilles heel of this pomade, guys, is that it doesn't wash out, which also can tend to make it greasy in the hair if you especially if you're using a light hold. If you're using a light hold, you can really go overboard with a pomade, guys, and make your hair super greasy and super oily, and it can be very, very hard to work with. Also, I see a lot on the internet and just from people in general have this belief that pomade can make you lose hair. Now, I have not really experienced that or seen that at all. I think it doesn't matter what hair product you use, it can be have some effect on hair loss if you overuse it or use it in the wrong way. So if you use too much of a pomade, yeah, it's going to smother your scalp and probably cause some damage to your overall hair health and maybe cause some hair loss. But the same thing could be said about a clay, a texture powder. No matter what it is, if you overuse it, it's going to not be good for your overall hair health. So when it comes to this stuff, man, if you just use it the right way, you know, in small amounts, it's great. It's not going to cause any hair loss or anything like that. If anything, it's going to help promote hair growth and strengthen your hair more than anything. I think what that belief also comes from is the fact that when you have a pomade in your hair, it's sticky. So what happens naturally, us as humans, we lose upwards of 100 to 150 strands of hair a day, guys. And what happens is when you lose your hair, and the stickiness of the pomade actually keeps that hair strand still in your hair. So when you actually run your hand through your hair or comb it, you'll see some hair strands coming out. That's because they have not been able to fall off naturally, just you know, without anything in it. The pomade's sticky, it's gonna trap a few of those hairs, which is totally fine, doesn't hurt anything like that. But I think that's where that fear comes from. That's gonna be my rundown of all these traditional pomades, guys. So this video is probably gonna be a little bit longer, I'm sorry about that, but it's because there is so much to pomades that people don't realize, especially the traditional based ones. I think it's the most versatile. I think it's the best pomade or product that you can have as a guy. If you want to keep one around, a traditional based pomade is going to be the best because you can achieve any kind of look with it, guys. I'm telling you. Also great, and you can use it in damp hair, dry hair, anything like that, and it will do justice for you. So with all of that being said, guys, I have a huge announcement to make to you guys, okay? Something that I have been excited to bring and announce. I figured what a better video to do it in than traditional oil-based pomades, because this is where I got my start. And that is, I have come up with my own oil-based pomade, guys, okay? So coming out with two oil-based pomades, we got Adam's Hair Stuff OG Blend and Adam's Hair Stuff Fresh Slick. This hit me one day and I wanted to formulate my own oil-based because these are my favorite hair product out of all of them. And I just wanted to find and create something that suited all of my needs that I found that I wanted in a hair product, especially with the hair health thing. I formulated these to be very healthy for the hair and for the scalp primarily, but also to be used as a styling aid. So Adam's Hair Stuff, man, it's going to be coming out very soon. Things are still in the works. They will be available, I would say, within the next couple months or so. If you guys are interested in this, man, I would highly recommend following me on Instagram. That's probably where I'm going to be posting most of my content about this and updates about it. I will officially make a video on the launch date of these pomades and how you are going to be able to obtain one of these if you are interested in them, guys. Yeah, man, very stoked on the pomades that I have been working on for the past couple years. And you know, I hope a lot of you guys, you know, are still into the oil-based stuff. That way you can kind of check this stuff out, man. I think you guys will really enjoy these pomades. But yeah, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. If you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up, guys. It helps me out a lot with the algorithm. Also, share the video, things like that. Also, be sure to check out the other videos, guys. And if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel and turn on that notification bell. That way you're not missing any of my future content. If you guys are interested at all, man, in any traditional pomades, I got an Amazon store in the description below. Now, I am an Amazon affiliate, guys, and I do get a kickback for anything you purchase in those links. So I want to be straight up with you about that. But in that Amazon store, guys, there are a lot of traditional pomades that I have on there. So if you guys are interested in picking one up or trying any, I would highly recommend checking out my Amazon store. That way you can get an idea of you know, a couple different brands. That way you have a good option. So leave a comment down below, guys. I know I have a lot of OG guys on here who you know, have been sticking with me on the YouTube thing for a long time. This is where it all started, guys, is the traditional pomade. I started making pomade reviews of this stuff, you know, traditional oil-based pomade reviews. So if you think I missed anything in the video about any of the traditional pomades, leave a comment down below. Also, any future ideas or any recommendations about videos, leave them down in the comments. But right on, guys, stay fresh because you deserve the best. We will see you guys next time. Take it easy.